Yo, what's up, guys? I'm sitting here. I've been doing some door dashing tonight, and I just wanted to come to you guys and just say that I watched a video from one of my good friends earlier. Good friends. He's Up Church's drummer. We're not super close, but I value what he says. He's a good dude, and he has a good heart. And I just kind of started thinking about some of my own recent social media endeavors and stuff. And I just wanted to kind of back up what he said, reiterate what he said, because there's a lot of truth in it, and because it's very positive. So basically, over the past few days, we've all got wrapped up into this Kyle Rittenhouse thing, and while it is good to fight for things you're passionate for, let's not lose sight of reality and just go at each other's throats because I've been trying over the past few months to get better at, not being so aggressive, not being so abrasive on social media, and not saying things to people I wouldn't say in front of their face in real life. Because at that point, you're just kind of being fake. If you wouldn't say something to somebody in real life and you're saying it to them over social media and it's very negative and bad, it's not something that you should get in the habit of doing because it changes your perspective of people, and eventually, those relationships could fester and not be good and boil over, and there's no sense in that. It's just something that we can avoid. I think social media has given us a big step back from reality in that sense, and also it's good too. The reason why I was so passionate about it, and I didn't really say nothing whenever all of it was going on and it first happened. The reason why I was so passionate about it, and I'm going to back up my reasons. I kind of went a little overboard with the way that I was attacking everybody who disagreed. I was pretty hostile about it, and the reason why is because I know I could see I didn't really care too much because we don't know Kyle Rittenhouse. We don't know him. We aren't with him on a daily basis. He could be this person who's just very aggressive, waiting for something to happen and all that. Which there's no law against that, but we don't know him. We don't know. We see video footage. That's what we know. That's what we go off of. But whenever he was in the courtroom and I saw the panic on his face, when I saw the panic on his face, and he almost had like a PTSD moment where he was just hyperventilating. I remember I had a circumstance in my life. Luckily, it wasn't as crazy as that, of course, but it could have been. It was very close, and I remember the panic in my emotion. I remember the feeling of my mind started racing. I remember the panic of I could die right now. Right now, it could all be over with. All that has to happen is this person, if they wanted to, they could probably come and take my life. And luckily, I was able to neutralize the situation for the most part, and that didn't happen. But it was a huge possibility. Drugs were involved, not with me, of course, the other people. And so, whenever something like that happens, it's very scary. It's the panic feeling. And so I decided right then, I didn't really have a gun. I had an old shotgun or something. I decided right then I need a handgun and I need to carry it daily. And that's what I did. So I went out and, probably a week later, I bought me a gun and I carry it daily because it's easy to say, these things or whatever. I know I'm going off subject from the social media thing, but I'm telling you why I was so hostile about it whenever I was. Because I try not to be anymore. I try not to be, but I did get hostile about that. I apologize. I might have been out of character with a few people. Other than that, I'm very passionate about that, and this is why. So what happened was that feeling, that panic, that hopelessness of I might die right now, and I'm not ready. I do not want to die. That was real, and it was something that, unless you've been in a situation like that, you don't understand. You think you understand. It's terrible. It's scary. It was a whole new level of terror. And hey, this dude squeezes the trigger, gun pointed at me. I'm done. And it was at that moment, my family rushed through my mind, through my brain, my family, and my loved ones, and I recognized that same panic with that little boy, with that young man, And so that's why it was a personal experience that was very important to me. That's why I correlated with it so much. And I was like, you know what? And there is a bigger picture, because if he would have been guilty, it could have been really bad. And that gives them a platform to stand on to say, nope, Kyle Rittenhouse was guilty, so this person has to be, this person has to be, this person has to be. We should all hope that people who are truly self-defending themselves could be exonerated. I don't care what color, what race, what religion. If they were truly in self-defense, hopefully this case will be a standard where they can go back and say, hey, let's look at this case. We can get an appeal going. We can get a retrial. That should be the hope for everybody. And that should be the blessing in disguise that this case could be. All these people, the loss of life. Yes, very sad. But the preservation of innocent life is more important to me than somebody who is wanting to murder somebody. In that moment, you are a terrible criminal, and self-defense is justified. Anyways, all that aside, I'm over the hype. I apologize if I've deeply offended anybody. I do not apologize for my stance. I apologize at the level of hostility that we came at people. I don't have a problem at all accepting any consequence for my beliefs. I have no problem with that. I don't care. I don't care if you are of utmost importance in whatever you are doing, music-wise or whatever. I don't care if you unfollow. I do not care. I do not care. I do care, however, if I hurt somebody's feelings where the same point could have been brought to their attention in a more civilized manner. I do care about that. And I feel like Jason, I'm just kind of doing a video kind of in response to his video. I feel like Jason's a good guy, and so he seems like he cares about people, and so that's what he's saying. He said, we kind of don't need to get out of touch with reality, and we don't need to get in this game where you have to do this, or you just jump on this person's bandwagon, or you do this, or you do this. He said, basically it's okay, and it is okay. It is okay for people. A lot of times I just don't understand it, and my brain's like, I don't get that. I don't get how somebody can feel that way, and so I don't like them anymore. And that's probably part of my grandfather in me. And I'm trying to be better about that. I'm trying to, have a better perspective. But at the same time, it's okay for them to feel that way. I was at a gas station earlier, and there was a guy, and he had he had a shirt on where they were doing the Black Panther symbol. And so, it was a black man, and we joked around and had a cool conversation. We had a good time. Nobody even said nothing about it. So that's reality. That's my reality. People are upset with each other still or whatever. That's my reality, and that can be everybody's reality. What you see on social media, let's not get out of touch with reality. Reality is there's still great people out there on both sides. Now, just because they're not a Republican or just because they're not a Democrat doesn't mean they're not still decent people, hardworking Americans. All right, peace out. Later.